Hey y'all, welcome back to Cooking and Quiet. I feel like it's been so long. Christmas has passed, the new year has passed, so happy holidays and happy new year to you guys. We're like in that transitional period where it's like I want to eat healthy, but I kind of still want to eat what I was eating a couple days ago. So we're gonna kind of fuse those today. We had some leftover yams and collard greens and pigeon peas because you know the whole New Year tradition, good luck and money and all that good stuff. But we were gonna have meat, so I'm like, we kind of want to get rid of these vegetables because they still got some shelf life, but we do need some meat to go along with it. So today we're gonna be doing some turkey drumsticks. At the beginning, we're just gonna show you how to clean them and how to season them up real good because turkey drumsticks and turkey wings and all those different parts of the turkey, honey, they need to be marinated. They take some time because it's a thicker piece of meat compared to the chicken wing and the chicken leg. So we need to let those sit out and let the seasonings marinate on them. So what I'm gonna show y'all today is how I clean them and how I season them and let them marinate. And this is just enough for us to have one meal, because that's all the vegetables we have. We have enough vegetables for one meal. And if you're new to the show, it's called Cooking and Quiet because cooking is never quiet. You're gonna hear some walking, some coughing, probably a little talking, sports in the background. Honey, you can hear some of everything. But I got my gloves on and I got my turkey legs, and these are how they look. They're pretty meaty, so you definitely want to have these marinating. So to this little bit of water, it's probably like a cup of water or so, we're gonna add some vinegar. You could do vinegar, you could do lemon, lime, something acidic to just clean the meat. And we're just going to run some water on it. Turn it down some. And just thoroughly, basically like massaging that vinegar and water into the meat so that we can rinse it off, and you're breaking down the impurities. Anything that probably was on there that need to be taken off. We really just cleaning that off. And some people like to do vinegar and salt. Vinegar and baking soda cause a little chemical reaction. So we're just doing vinegar and water for today. Okay. You should be able to feel how clean the meat is. So we're gonna be using a Pyrex like glass baking dish today, because there's no point in keep using up the aluminum pans when we have something that we can just wash over and over again. So let's straighten up a little bit, wash our hands, change out our gloves before we get to seasoning the meat. Honestly, the best thing you can do is clean as you go, because it really is the worst to have all the dishes and stuff pile up after you've done eating. Because who wants to clean the kitchen after dinner? I know I don't. So I try my best when I'm fixing plates and stuff just to clean up as I go. And because they're working with meat, put a little bleach in the sink too and rinse it out. Okay. So now that I've made all that noise, we're gonna use some Dante's chicken seasoning. That link will be posted down below. These are $7 each. We're gonna be using some complete seasoning, a little seasoning salt, and we're gonna be using some Mojo marinade or Mojo Sauce. And let's start off with our seasoning salt first, because we want that salt to pretty much penetrate the meat. I know we said change out our gloves, but we'll just wash our hands. Like to rinse as I go, just to make sure that I'm not getting no extra meat juices on here. So we're done with the seasoning salt. See if y'all can see me. I'm good? You can see me? Okay. Going in with some complete seasoning. And it looks like a lot, but I promise you it's not. It's really how you just do this. Flip it again, because you want to make sure you're getting both sides before we rub this all in. And I have a bowl of soap bleach water that I'm dunking my hands in, just in case y'all like, she said she gonna wash her hands. I got this. So now we're doing our complete seasoning. Now we're going in with, this is the #1 ingredient right here. That Dante's chicken seasoning. Can't tell y'all what's in it. All I can tell y'all to do is buy it. Flip it over one last time. Well, kinda. A little bit more Dante's. Almost time to re-up on our own stash. And I will say, just like how y'all have these products, I have them too. So right now I just fried fish 2 days in a row, and I'm still on my first bag of fish fry. So don't think that when you frying fish, you need to hold a whole bag in there. That's not how it works. A little bit goes a long way, just like with our seasoning. So you shouldn't be using your stuff too fast. And if you are, try to like scale back and see how you can make things last. Cause you know, I don't want you to feel like you have to buy every single week unless you want to. But you know, kind of make your stuff last. And then we're gonna pour a little bit of Mojo Sauce in there. And Mojo Sauce is pretty much just orange and grapefruit juice, and got some dehydrated vegetables and some acids in there, which are really good when it comes to breaking down that meat. Then we're gonna take about a cup of water, 3/4 cup of water. And this is how you create that marinade. You're not gonna use all of it, so you probably use half a cup of water. I'm gonna take our meat and just rub it around in there, making sure that every part has some seasoning on it.
You didn't just take the seasoning out?
I didn't. I did. Trust me. This is part of the marinating process. Because once we've let this marinate in the refrigerator for about 6-7 hours or so, we're going to flip them over again, take and spoon that juice over it. And so as it bakes, it's going to create this really nice turkey leg broth that I'm probably going to use to make a gravy. Because, you know, it's certain people in my house that like gravy on their food. So to appease them, we're probably gonna do a little gravy today. I haven't done gravy in a while. So, but you can see all that seasoned water. And if it makes you feel better, let me show you something else that I like to do. Especially since the Dante seasoning is not heavily salted. Look, you go like this. Take it, put you a little bit more on top. It makes you feel better. Like that. See, I don't have the little things on mine, so I don't want it to spill out. But just like that. And look, just like that, now I gotta re-up on my Dante seasoning. How that work? That Dante gotta re-up on Dante seasoning. Okay, so now that we've seasoned our turkey legs, We're going to wrap them in some foil. You could do plastic wraps, it's really up to you. But our wrapping of choice today will be aluminum foil. So we're gonna let this marinate for about, what time is it? Let this marinate for about 6 hours or so. Once it's done marinating, we will come back, show you how it looks, put it off in the oven, and complete our dinner. So we'll see you later. Hey y'all, welcome back to Cooking and Quiet. So earlier today we talked about, and I showed y'all the turkey wings or turkey legs, and I marinated them, and I told you it's gonna take like 6 hours or so to marinate. So it did. It took about 6 hours to marinate, and I've had it cooking for nearly 2 hours now. The meat has started to fall off the bone a little bit. I rotated the turkey legs in the oven so that way the opposite side could get some more of that juice onto the meat. So those should be done within the next 20 minutes or so, and I'll show you guys what that's looking like. It created nice juice. So I'm still trying to decide if I want to do a gravy tonight. We'll see. But we talked earlier about having to make new meat and new sides because we still have some leftover vegetables from the holiday weekend. So what I'm gonna do is make a small pot of yellow rice. Y'all see I have, this is some of the best yellow rice that I've come across that has some saffron in it. This is sold at Sam's. I haven't seen it at any other food stores except for Sam's. So if you get some of this, I definitely recommend it. It's excellent. And I'm gonna use some chicken broth because why be boring and make rice with water when you can use chicken broth? So because it's only 2 of us in our home, I have rinsed out my small little pan or little pot. And I'm gonna go in with half a cup of yellow rice and see how much that is because honestly, it's only 2 of us. So this is, can y'all see me? This is the perfect amount of yellow rice for 2 people. It'll make about a cup or so of rice. They can see me? Okay. So to that half a cup of rice, we're gonna go in with 1 cup of chicken broth. And we don't have to add any salt to this whatsoever. There we go. Let's see. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of vegetable oil. I do recommend olive oil for this, but listen, use what you got. A splash, maybe like 1 to 2 teaspoons. And we're gonna bring it up to a boil. And then once it starts boiling, we're going to put it on low so that it can steam. Place this on my smaller eye. And we're gonna put it on 8. Like I said, we just wanted to boil. So, try to put some stuff away, or at least in the back. So in here, I have some collard greens. We will tackle collard greens in one of these episodes, and that will probably be an episode by itself. But today, I have some leftover collard greens that I had cooking for probably about 2-3 hours or so. And I got some really good smoked turkey neck in there that I just shredded up today. Took it off the bone because like I said, we're down to the last bit of food. And who wants to have a plate full of meat and then a little bit of vegetables when we can just shred the meat down, don't have to deal with any of those bones and have that going. And I also have a bowl of black eyed peas in which I did the same thing, and I took some of that smoked turkey neck and I just shredded it down so that we won't have any bones when we're dealing with our when we're reheating our dinner for tonight. And what I will say, it makes a whole difference when you reheat your food on the stove versus reheating your food in the microwave. It just tastes better. It tastes like you recooked it. Perfect tip for your families too, because some people don't like to eat leftovers, and sometimes I don't either. But when you recook them like this and put a little bit more love into them, listen, whole new meal. 2022, I'm gonna try to focus on not wasting any food. I'm not saying that I wasted a lot of food in 2021, but 2022, I'm not trying to waste none, okay? Food is high, gas is high, wages are low. We're gonna make everything stretch and work to the best of its ability, but I'm gonna turn my back eye on about 6, and let's add about a 1/4 cup of chicken broth to our black eyed peas to kind of get those going and give those a stir. When we originally had this, we had, you know, my Better Than Jiffy buttermilk cornbread, we had white rice, we had fried fish. What else we had? We had some yams. We still got a little bit of yams. I'm actually gonna put those in the air fryer. You know, reheat those up. Again, if you recook the food and you don't put it in the microwave, I'm telling you, you wouldn't even feel like you eating leftovers. So our turkey is now starting to get some color. It's now starting to get some good color. We're gonna give that about 10 more minutes. Our rice is starting to boil, but it hasn't come to a full boil yet. So give that another 2 minutes or so before we can move on. So, also for 2022, I'm gonna be looking forward to having some guests on Cookin' and Quiet, because I feel like y'all are watching and some of y'all have not had a chance to experience my cooking. And this will be a good opportunity to do so. As of now, I don't think that we will have a cost associated with it, but if we do, it'll probably be no more than $10, but you get full access to everything that I have made for that episode. And then obviously the behind the scenes things like, you know, probably desserts or a drink or so, but I'm really looking forward to having people partake in the different foods that I cook. And because sometimes I don't want to be the only one eating on camera. Babe doesn't want to be the only one eating on camera. So it's like, why not bring in some people who are more than willing and ready to eat what I cooked. So now that our rice has come to a boil, I'm gonna place the lid on it and I'm gonna put it on medium. Shout out to Grandma Phyllis for my new apron and my spatulas. They're great, very durable, honestly. They're pretty good. So as the rice boils, that rice should take us about 15 minutes or so. And the same thing with our black eyed peas. Whenever they decide they want to get some action going, I'm gonna turn the heat up to get those going. Because now that the foil is off of the turkey legs, they're gonna just keep browning until I take them out the oven. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So what I did was reheated our black eyed peas. As you can see, you see the steam coming from them. They're perfectly warmed up. I got my collard greens and my smoked turkey necks reheating as well. Video tutorials will be coming soon for these two items. They do take a little bit longer than our other vegetables, so those may be separate videos on their own, because listen, if you know the work it takes to make some black eyed peas and some collard greens, it's definitely an all-day thing. Our rice is cooking nicely. The water is almost evaporated. It's almost there. Our yams are heated thoroughly. I reheated those in the air fryer. Now let's see what these turkey legs is hitting on, y'all. Ooh, look at that. You hear the pan sizzling. You're probably like, why she got this big old pan for 3 legs? Look, we're not gonna keep using up all our aluminum pans, and then when it's time to cater or, you know, take a dish at somebody's house, we ain't got nothing to take it in because we don't use them all. But if y'all can see that, the meat is literally falling off the bone. Let me turn off these greens. Turn off the oven. See the smoke. I'm a little nervous. Hot. Oh, that's good. That's good. And that marinating and that mojo. I'm sorry, mojo. Really good. See that? That's hard work right there. That's about 2.5 hours of cooking. Or no, 2 hours of cooking. But, Yep.
That's good.
So we're just gonna make a little small plate. Show you everything we got going on. Rice starting to pop. That's how you know it's done. Look at that. And these are my new pots, y'all. Look, I done made grits in here, oatmeal, now rice. Ain't nothing sticking, y'all. That's all I'm saying. If your stuff's sticking, it might be time to get some new pots. That's all I'm saying. A little bit of rice, just a little bit. They be like, what is this plate she fixing? Listen, we trying to keep together what we got. A little bit of greens. I ain't gonna use my spatula. Just a little bit of greens. Oh, look at all that meat. Honestly, that'd be my favorite part of the greens. Like, I honestly could just have me a little pot of turkey neck. I told the people that I'm having just a little bit. It's just a taste. It's just a taste, y'all. I got my black eyed peas that look and smell so good. Look at that. More meat. Meat. Ooh. Yes. You said what?
Pause.
Crazy. Why we pausing? Because I said meat. I'm sorry, I'm talking about the turkey. For all of you heathens, let's grab us some of these yams. Ooh. And these are vegan friendly yams. They don't have any butter in them, no dairy products whatsoever. So I will post that adjusted recipe as well. A little bit of yam. Everything is piping hot, how it should be. I'm gonna get us one of these bad boys. Make sure we get some juice on it, because we don't like nothing dry. Right? Hello, audience member.
Wait, what?
He's not even paying attention, y'all. I told them that we gotta make sure we have some juice on it because we don't want nothing dry.
Oh,
Ooh. Ooh, I'm ready, y'all. That's so good. Like, all jokes aside, that is really good. Okay. Woo! Just a little yam. Can they see my plate? You can see it. Just a little bit, y'all. You can add you some cornbread. You can add you a little yeast roll to it. You don't have to add no bread. We starting the new year with good food, seasoned to perfection. New seasonings and sauces dropping. Those links will be available soon. This black eyed peas tastes better today. But tutorials will be posted soon. The links for the seasoning will be down below. And I will see you guys next week.